right, y'all, we back with another reaction right here on ABP Reactions. And right now, things just got interesting for Chud the Builder, man. Let's get caught up. Let's see what the newest updates are. Let's go.
Now, for anyone who's been on social media recently, a lot of you guys have probably heard about the streamer by the name of Chud the Builder. He's an IRL streamer who's been going viral online due to his extremely confrontational behavior in public. He has this rage bait persona that's centered around harassing random people for attention. And throughout a lot of these streams, one thing that's repeatedly stood out is the amount of racial harassment directed towards black people specifically. Over the last few weeks, Chud the Builder has been getting a massive amount of attention online. But along with the views and viral clips, it's also brought a growing amount of controversy. A lot of innocent people have ended up caught in the middle of these confrontations, whether that's random people in public, workers, security guards, older people just trying to go about their day. And that's what's been making this entire situation so disturbing to watch. This person has just been going out of their way to make people's lives harder for absolutely no reason. In one viral clip, he's seen harassing a security guard trying to do his job, and as he walks away, he calls him a N-I-G-G-E-R.
Don't tell me what to do. Okay, well, move there. Keep yourself, don't chimp out, dumbass nigger. No, I'm good. We're live. Don't touch me, lady.
In another clip, Chud can be seen harassing a group of older black men sitting at a park, and he repeatedly uses racist language toward them while filming them for content.
Do y'all feel like Chud the Builder was picking his battles? Do y'all feel like the people he was walking up to was like the harmless looking people? Because you never saw him walk up to like some real street niggas. You know what I'm saying? Out there like they was saying Memphis and all. It's street niggas. You ain't never seen him walk up to no street niggas. He walked up to like innocent motherfuckers. The doorman, like nothing crazy. I still want to see who it was that he fought at the courthouse.
Why you acting like
Acting like a what?
You heard me. Sit down.
Oh, sit down. If I stand up, what's the problem?
Come on. Look at him.
If I stand up, what's
His antics have led him to put himself in several situations where things could have gone very wrong for him. Because at the end of the day, when you're provoking strangers for reactions, sometimes you could run into the wrong one, which he actually did about a week ago.
Come on, peg me.
time about
Do something.
you think I'm waiting on the case? I'm worrying about
Come
that.
on, do something.
And then he ended up calling the police on this guy.
But then he'll pull a gun out on you as soon as you do something. But I'm licensed to carry too. We both licensed to carry. I finally ran into him. He got his, I got mine. But he on the phone with the police. He just obviously started with somebody.
Which is ironic because in all these situations, he keeps on stating that he's armed after confronting these innocent people, which I just find really ironic and funny. Now, Chud the Builder, real name Dalton Eartherly, I think that's how you say it, I'm not sure. Let's just call him Dalton, is currently facing decades behind bars for a recent shooting that occurred, and he ended up getting hit with attempted murder.
The Montgomery County Sheriff's Office is pursuing charges against Eatherly for criminal attempted murder, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon. Eatherly is also facing a separate criminal case in Nashville.
So let's talk about this criminal case. A few days ago, he walked into a steakhouse and started live streaming. When staff asked him to stop, he became disruptive and started using racist language toward them.
Hey,
No,
Bob's Steakhouse.
Don't take care of it.
Oh no, we're not paying shit.
You're not paying? I go get the food.
Y'all are kidding.
And then when they tried to remove him, he said, "I'm not paying if you're kicking me out," and refused to pay his $371 bill. He got charged with disorderly conduct and theft of services. Now, eventually, things
What type of shit is that? This nigga said, I'm not paying my bill. After you ate the food, you think you ain't got to pay just because they kicking you out?
take an even darker turn, and this is when we get to the shooting. A few days ago, Chud the Builder ended up involved in a shooting outside a courthouse in Clarksville, Tennessee. According to authorities, there was allegedly some type of confrontation between him and another man outside the Montgomery County Courthouse, and according to investigators, that confrontation eventually escalated into gunfire. Both Chud, Dalton, and the other man ended up suffering gunshot wounds during the incident, before being transported to nearby hospitals in stable condition. Now, at the time of me recording this video, authorities still haven't publicly identified the second man involved in the shooting, but I'm sure he was a black man because that's what he likes to do, right? And investigators also haven't publicly released every detail surrounding exactly what led up to the altercation. But what we do know is this: after the investigation, the police took him into custody and officially hit him with multiple felony charges, including attempted murder, employing a firearm during a dangerous felony, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon. And according to reports, during his arraignment in court, the judge specifically mentioned the seriousness of the allegations, alongside concerns surrounding public safety.
Did he have to use a gun? My thing is this, right? Like, you done seen pictures of Chud the Builder. He's a big buff dude. Like, you can't fight this nigga. If it's somebody without a gun, you can't just fight him. I get your whole MO is walking around with bear mace, bear spray, and all the goddamn guns, but like, why do you need that on somebody who's not bringing you that type of energy? If it's like you walking up calling somebody the N-word and they just want to fight you, why not fight them? Why do you got to shoot them? That's some hoe shit. So you bold enough to walk up to call me the N-word, but then when I say, hey, fuck all that, let's get down, you want to shoot me? That's crazy.
To the shooting happening outside a courthouse with multiple people nearby. So they basically said, you, sir, are a danger to the community.
You're charged in count 1 of criminal homicide, 39-13-201. That's an A felony. It's punishable by 15 to 60 years in the state penitentiary. I'm going to set initial bond at $1.25 million. $1.25 million.
And the judge made the decision to set his bond at $1.25 million. Now, things are really bad for Chud, because here's the thing. Aside from the fact that he's facing multiple felony charges tied to this shooting outside the courthouse, which of course included attempted criminal homicide, and the judge describing it as an A felony, which by the way carries a possible sentence of anywhere between 15 to 60 years in prison. But that wasn't the only thing that stood out during the hearing, because prosecutors also revealed that Chud was already apparently out on bond in multiple other cases at the time of this incident, allegedly.
Oh, really? So he was on bail doing this shit? You out on bond doing this shit, walking up and down, like, wow. What? This nigga's an idiot.
Happening. One of them was the restaurant situation, and then he also had a hearing the same day of the shooting over a case that involved a $3,000 debt allegedly owed to a credit card company. And according to court records, it is a civil case, and it was filed in February on behalf of a company called Midland Credit Management. There's an old saying that if you go looking for trouble long enough, eventually trouble is going to find you. And that's basically what happened here. I'm just kind of surprised that someone like this manages to build an actual platform and have some type of name. I don't know what kind of people follow this person. I mean, it's just really weird and crazy to me. Now, what's really interesting about this entire situation is a lot of the stuff that Chud had been saying leading up to this particular situation.
What's crazy about this whole Chud the Builder shit is, I don't think nobody followed this nigga on the platform as far as y'all watching me. Like, I didn't follow nigga, but his shit made it into everybody's algorithm, bruh. It made it. It's like the Dean the Great and AB shit right now. Them clip pages is going so crazy. It's flooding the algorithm, bruh. And it's like, how the fuck did he even make it to our shit? I don't watch nothing like that. I don't watch racist content with white people walking around calling people the N-word. Like, so why would you feed me that? Somehow it was fed to us from streamer, you know, being a part of Kick. It was through the whole streamer world. It was just getting thrown in our face. And it's just like, damn, this nigga really got, and it's only been, what, a couple weeks. It ain't like it's been a year. It ain't like it's been 6 months. What it's been, y'all, like about 2 months or something? This shit, it went up fast and it came down even faster, man.
Chud had already posted multiple social media posts online that are now surfacing online. In one post on Twitter, he wrote, "Series finale is dead chimp on a pavement. And you monkeys riding when I walk free. Stay tuned." So his thing is he calls innocent black people, he's harassing chimps, among many other things. And then in another post, Dalton allegedly wrote, "I will defend my life with lethal force. Do not approach me with intent to threaten bodily harm." Now, to be clear, investigators have not publicly connected these tweets directly to the courthouse shooting itself or said the incident was premeditated. These posts were part of a series of social media tirades Chud had been going on following his virality online over the last few weeks. But naturally, because of everything that ended up happening afterward, a lot of people online are now looking back at these statements very differently, especially considering the fact that one of the earlier posts referenced a dead chimp on a pavement while using racist language. Honestly, I have absolutely no idea how somebody like this even managed to make it this far in the first place. Like, it says a lot about the world. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, I do think this situation says something bigger about parts of internet culture right now, because social media algorithms today will often keep rewarding whatever gets the strongest emotional reaction out of people. So whether that's anger, conflict, humiliation, outrage, chaos, and the more extreme somebody is, the more attention they often end up getting online.
That is true. That is true. Although it triggers people and make you be like, man, fuck this motherfucker, it gets people talking and it makes people share it. People will forward this shit to somebody else, not to help glorify them niggas, but to be like, hey, you see this bullshit? And from that, somebody's going to forward to 10 people. That person's going to forward to 5 people. That person's going to forward to... And that's how this shit be spreading. And then it'd be like, damn, why y'all championing this nigga? Why y'all blowing him up? It's like some reverse psychology shit, bruh. It's like, we're not trying to help his movement, but we are like, damn, this is some crazy shit. So we forward to somebody else to look. Like, look at this shit. Look at this crazy ass white boy. Like, look at this shit. And then next thing you know, you done created a fucking star unintentionally. You know what I mean? On social media. Now, not saying he gonna be here for a long time. He might just be, viral for about a week or two. Might be viral for a month. Might be viral for 6 months. But we do know all this shit, these type of niggas, it's an end date. They have an end date. It's not gonna last as long as you think. Yeah, you're gonna be the hot, talked about shit, but then eventually you keep this up to where people can get to you, you're gonna get your ass knocked down or you're gonna knock down somebody and go to jail. Because niggas ain't going for this shit. Walking around calling people the N-word, it's only so much you can do with that. I'm surprised he made it that far. Like, he did a lot of different streams where he did that. And it's a lot of niggas I must say I'm highly disappointed in how y'all treated them. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Everybody don't want to go to jail. Everybody want, but it's like some people was like, hey, I fuck with that. You chipping out? That's the chipping out guy. Yeah, hey, I fuck with it, bro. Like, what?
Which is why over time you start seeing certain people slowly turn themselves into characters built entirely around negativity and confrontation. Chud the Builder is basically an agent of chaos. That's probably the simplest way to describe his entire online presence. A person constantly moving from confrontation to confrontation, provoking strangers, humiliating random people publicly, and feeding off of all these negative reactions online. And honestly, I think it's pretty sad when somebody has so much hate and hostility in them that they dedicate their entire existence to antagonizing other human beings. I feel like the world already has enough division as it is. People already don't trust each other enough. There's already so much tension online that gets pushed, enough anger, enough conflict between groups of people. And then here comes this person whose entire platform seems to be built around making those divisions even worse for attention and virality. And honestly, that's part of the reason why this content is so dangerous, because this kind of behavior keeps racism and hostility constantly circulating at the forefront of social media and the world in general. And a lot of people don't realize just how profitable that division has become online. The more angry people are, the more they argue, the more they react emotionally, the more engagement gets generated.
And let me tell y'all this, man. We are living in a time where you would think, oh, this is it. Oh, the one guy who was on the internet doing this, he showed everybody what can happen in a short time span, how things can go left, and you end up in jail from doing that. You would think nobody is going to follow his footsteps. But you are wrong. I guarantee somebody is going to be like, damn, that nigga went viral for doing that shit in a matter of this many months. If I do that shit, I could be just as viral. And I'm going to add something to it to go a little crazier. That's going to make it go even crazier. It's always somebody waiting to take the next motherfucker's spot, man. There's an ignorant motherfucker right now that watched Chud the Builder get arrested and said to himself, I'm going to pick up where he left off. So I guarantee there will be somebody else who comes along that tries to do the same thing and goes a little more extreme. I can see that happening. Now, on what platform? I don't know. But it's definitely going to be a nigga who's going to pick up where he left off.
There's always going to be somebody making money off of that cycle, which honestly isn't that different from certain creators online who constantly pit men and women against each other. I'm sure you guys know who some of those characters are, because they know conflict keeps people emotionally invested and addicted to the content. So it's kind of like a way to keep the audience in constant pain so you can then profit off of that pain. Except in this situation right here, the fuel being used is racial tension and public humiliation. Except in this situation, he's not really humiliating any of these innocent people. He's really just humiliating himself. And because racism is one of the strongest emotional triggers possible, the reactions become even stronger, which brings even more visibility to the situation and the person. And I guess I'm not helping by making this video, but this person is already so viral and they're already facing the consequences of their actions, so I just guess it doesn't even matter, right? And here's the thing, I'm not gonna sit here and start claiming that this is some kind of industry plan or part of some kind of organized conspiracy, but I do think social media platforms sometimes create these environments where the most chaotic and divisive people get amplified to the top the fastest, because outrage performs extremely well in algorithms. And over time, that can create a really dangerous cycle where people slowly realize the more extreme I become, the more attention I get.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Somebody gonna see this and say, if I do the same exact thing, but I add this to it, I'm gonna go even more viral. And the crazy part is they will. Shit like this, especially that shit that's not common on social media that people don't usually see, that shock factor shit, that's the shit that spreads like a wildfire. Like, what the fuck? Look at this video. It's like somebody getting killed on a, like those videos, people always forward that shit like, oh shit, look at this. And they're getting killed on camera. Like, it's just a shock factor. People love that. They don't, I ain't gonna say love it, but they can't resist watching it. Like if it runs across their table, they're gonna look at it and be like, what the fuck? And share it with somebody and spread it. That's just what happens.
And honestly, what this guy has been doing has generally irritated me while watching this entire situation unfold, because it just reminds me of how easy it's becoming for negativity, division, and hostility to turn into entertainment online, especially at the expense of innocent people. Like at a certain point, people stop even seeing other human beings like other human beings. Everything just becomes content, clips, engagement, viral moments. How can I be a nuisance to the world and use these people as props to my buffoonery? Meanwhile, the people being harassed are actual human beings trying to live their lives. Security guards trying to do their jobs. Older people sitting in parks. Restaurant workers, random strangers in public. I just hope this person faces the fullest extent of the law if he's found guilty of these crimes, because a lot of this behavior that I've seen leading up to the situation is just so disgusting to watch. Like, this is not edgy, this is not funny, this is not trolling. This is just hateful, hostile, and honestly incredibly degenerate behavior. And at the same time, I'm glad to see that a lot of people are kind of coming together and speaking out against it instead of trying to normalize it. Because if we start acting like this type of behavior is normal entertainment, then social media as a whole just keeps drifting further into toxicity. And one thing I've also kind of seen online is this debate about who exactly are these people supporting somebody like this. And naturally, a lot of people are going to assume it's probably a bunch of racist white folks supporting him. Now, personally, I don't even know what his actual audience demographics even look like, but honestly,
what do y'all think Chud the Builder's audience is? I know everybody gonna be like white people, you know, rednecks and but do y'all think there's minorities in there, like is Mexicans and blacks and everybody supporting this nigga? What do y'all think?
I don't even think that matters, because regardless of who supports this kind of content, what it ultimately comes back to is negativity, hate, division, and people finding entertainment in the humiliation of other human beings. I think most normal people, including like all white people, apart from probably a very small demographic, can look at a situation like this and recognize that there's something deeply unhealthy about building an audience around constantly degrading and antagonizing strangers for clout. Because here's the thing, man, most of us are already exhausted enough dealing with life as it is. People are stressed, people are struggling financially, people are trying to take care of their families, people are trying to get through work and get to work. People are trying to protect their peace mentally. So when you see somebody like this intentionally going out of their way to provoke innocent people who are simply trying to live their lives, it naturally rubs people the wrong way. Because most normal human beings don't wake up wanting more conflict, more hostility, and more division in the world. Like, we just don't want to see innocent folks getting harassed in the streets. I just hope this ends up being the downfall of this entire hateful and toxic persona he built online. Like, his entire identity is about provoking, humiliating, and antagonizing people for clout. And of course, reality is eventually going to catch up to this type of person.
Hey man, hold on. Hey, what the fuck happened to this nigga braids? This nigga had braids the last video we reacted to. Long ass braids like Lil Uzi. This nigga been wearing a fucking weave this whole time, man.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
this nigga been wearing extensions this whole fucking time? I thought my boy had long hair, unless he cut his hair. Nah. I don't think he cut his hair. I think this nigga was wearing a masterpiece. He was wearing a masterpiece, bruh.
People for clout. And of course, reality is eventually going to catch up to this type of person. So now, instead of live stream clips and internet outrage, Dalton is sitting in the middle of a real criminal case facing extremely serious charges. And at this point, the one thing that's factual is that he's potentially facing decades behind bars if convicted. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how this entire case develops moving forward. If you made it this far, drop a like on this video and subscribe if you're new here.
Yes, sir. Shout outs to Blackie Speaks. Yeah, man. Chud the Builder, count your days, buddy. Now, the thing is this. I know a lot of people are going to say, he's going to get out. He's going to get out. Do y'all think he's going to get out? Or do you think the judge is going to teach his ass a hard lesson? You know what I'm saying? In this situation, what do you think is going to happen? I want you guys to call it now. And then we'll circle back when they cast judgment on this nigga and see who was right, man. And I'll give y'all the updated video when they give him a verdict on what he's facing, man, if facing anything at all. But yeah, man, do y'all think there will be somebody else that comes along and try to follow the footsteps of Chud the Builder? Do you think that is going to happen? Is there somebody already doing it? I would say drop their names in here and put us on, but do we care? Nah. We not gonna highlight that sucker. But somehow, some way, if there is someone, I guarantee it will find a way to get into everybody's algorithm eventually and soon. So I don't know, man. Let me know what y'all think about the situation. I'm gonna give y'all 2 seconds to smash the like. And as always, get ready for the next reaction.